Okay guys, so here's how I'm going to do this. I have labeled all of the amplifiers in the cabinets. You can see this is head number 1, speaker cabinet, so that's 3, head number 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to walk around right now and give you guys some really good close-up pictures of what all of this stuff is, and we will start out with Marshall number 1. So this is you can see the serial number ends with an M. That means it's a 1980. It's a JMP 100 watt. Okay, the Tolex isn't perfect. It's got holes in the buttons, everything. None of that stuff is perfect. I recovered all of this stuff, gosh, 9 years ago. So we got a little bit of the Tolex coming off here that can be re-glued. It's a Mark II Super Lead 100. See, it's got all the speaker outlets. This is the exact same as Randy's head right here. Same year. Randy's guitar amp had 4 speaker outlets, and some people try to say that these are effects loops. I don't believe they are, but I've never really plugged into them to know. This head has EL34s in it, and the little power tubes. Everything in this head works beautiful. This thing cranks, just totally kicks butt. And also right over there I have the backs to all 3 of these. So the white Marshall head I actually recovered. So you can see it there. So that just needs to be put on, no big deal. These cabinets, okay, these we're gonna leave the Marshall head right now. We're gonna go into the cabinets. So let's just talk about it. This was my very first Marshall amplifier. We are missing 1 knob. Those are not hard to find. Okay, but these cabinets, these were NAMM show dummy cabinets from Marshall. So they were actually Marshall cabinets. The difference between them is, instead of having the little cross piece with the board right here and the separation, they had plywood, not plywood, but the exact same wood. You see the speakers in the back there? They just had that piece of wood pushed all the way out to here instead of having this 1/2 inch space in between it. So if you notice, this is solid all the way up front. I never took the time to fabricate this piece and this piece in here. But if you look at it, even standing right in front of it, you can't tell. So what I did is I took these dummy cabinets, okay, and I cut out the speaker holes. They're not beautiful, I'll show them to you in a few minutes, but I cut out those speaker holes and I actually mounted speakers in them, and I wired them, and I recovered them, and they're not perfect. Not perfect at all. I'm not a professional amplifier covering sort of person, you know. It's got some of them I replaced the handles on, like you can see that one. We actually had to cut that a little bit. You can see that some of these handles are still old and original. That's just the way they are. And the backs on this one, so because these are dummy cabinets, they never had these jacks. So I went ahead and bought all new jacks for all the cabinets. You can see some of these were the old stereo type. Well, I bought new jacks. Oh, look at, I didn't put this one in yet. That probably meant that one was still good. So anyway, these cabinets, I did put this back on. Yeah, anyway. They're 8 ohms. I think that says 16. No, these are all 8 ohm cabinets. So what I'll do is I'm going to take the backs off of these and disconnect the speakers so you guys can see the inside. Alright, so here you can see they are all loaded with 417/8H Series 2 speakers. They're all 8 ohms, and I do have them wired for 8 ohms. You can see down here I've got new plugs. I did replace some of the backs on some of these. So these speakers here, some of them have been reconed, and it looks like these three in cabinet number 2 have all been reconed, but it looks like this one is still original. See, you can probably see the original Alltech stamp in there somewhere. Also, something I want to show you guys. Okay, so you can see the cone in there, and in there, and here, and in here. They're really, really close, but they're not exact. So, Orange County speaker, back in the time, the Alltech stuff was really hard to find. So, it's no big deal. I reconed them with what Orange County speaker had. It was JBL stuff. So, they're still on Eco magnets. Everything is still the same. They sound exactly the same. Just some of these speakers do not have Alltech paper in them. Paper and dust covers. So, and you can kind of see the Alltech one might be a little tiny bit shiny. Also, you can see some of the originals are not perfect. Some of the dust caps have dents in them. These all look pretty good, but that one there's got a little dent. That's cabinet 5. Cabinet 8. This one here. These all look like original Alltechs in here. That one has a little dent in it. And this one down here looks like it has all original Alltechs in it. However, at the we just did a show a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, at the Whiskey, and I heard that speaker cabinet buzzing, and something went through the grill cloth. So with this cabinet, I will include some new grill cloth because I believe I still have some. And also, I just picked the speakers up from Orange County Speaker Repair. So, brand new, just reconed, may or may not go back in the cabinet. We'll just have to see. And then also, one of the cabinets has a Series 1 Alltech in it. It's still 8 ohms and it's still 100 watt, but that's only because I never got around to having this one reconed. So whichever cabinet has that Series 1 speaker in it will be upgraded to this Series 2, and I'll take the Series 1 out. I just don't know right now which one it is until I get these all torn apart. But every one of these are identical. Oh, and here you can see the plywood, the backing is factory, okay? It just doesn't have that little quarter, there's a little half-inch trim tab that goes around here. It just doesn't have that in there. If you really wanted to make this thing original again, you could find one, take out one of these handles, pull the board out, tear up an old cabinet, put them in there. The lower cabinet is identical. I'll take that one apart. It just had a lot more screws in it, but we'll move on right now. So let's move on to this one. You can see the M. This is 746. I think Randy's was something really, really close to one of these. At one point, I had the serial number off of Randy's head. I don't remember what it was. That was back in the documentary days. Okay, but once again, this is a JMP. It's all dirty because, you know, we've been using them. I'll clean them up a little bit. Oh, and both of these heads are Cascade mod, Rhodes mod, and they were done by David Friedman at Friedman Amplification. And you can see on here, it's a Mark II Super Lead 100 watt. There's the serial number again. This one has groove tubes. electro harmonics, power tubes. I think I've got the caps for these somewhere. I'll have to look. I'm not sure. But we'll get around into testing these. I know these two are working awesome because we just used them. This one hasn't been turned on since, gosh, it's been a really long time. Anyway, okay, now with these cabinets, just the way I am, I usually only put 4 screws in the cabinet backs. That's because I'm in and out of them all the time. Like I said, we were touring with these, we were going everywhere with them. So I will go ahead and take this one here apart. In fact, I'll leave the camera running for you guys so you can watch it. We're going to have to get tricky on that screw. That is in here at 3. That's just the way it is sometimes, you know? Just the way it is. You remember what it was like in the 80s? When you were touring and you think a speaker wire came loose or something was making noise in there and you used the tools that you had. Kind of sort of the same thing here. I will put new screws in these, so there we go. That screw just stripped out the head. How's that? You gotta be kidding. Boy, you want to talk about a stripped out screw. That is a stripped out screw. And that sucker there ain't gonna come out. The old speaker wire. So we're going to have to replace this speaker wire. But there you go, Alltech's. This one down here looks to be reconed. These 3 here appear to be factory. See if that's what it said on the front. It's hard to tell. So anyway, I got some more of this speaker wire somewhere and we can rewire it. But to be perfectly honest, so many people are asking about these cabinets without speakers. Probably just going to take them all out and let whoever buys them rewire them. So you can see now they're all full of Alltechs. Let's go ahead and take that one apart. Let's go over that head first. So this is the head that we use the most. Randy Chambers, when he played through this one. So, and it is Cascade modded, so you'll want to use this one. This is the high the high volume right there. I don't believe it has a low. I think that's part of the Cascade mod, is you jump the two together. Anyway, this is a JMP 100 watt. You can see that it has an L. That L is for 79, I believe. Okay, it is a master volume. And I thought one of these pulled out. Nope, they pull out on the back. So anyway, this one has a high gain mod. It already had a lot of gain, but David Friedman, again, Friedman Amplification, he did the mod on this one, and you only have the high setting. Back here on the back, Tone Merchants, Rack Systems LLC, North Hollywood. Well, anyway, David Friedman did this. So this head, before we did the mod, I took this head in and had it completely restored. I had the guy go through it, make it 100% stock. It did not work when I bought it, but I wanted it to sound good. I wanted a master volume. I've got some of those things that, I don't know what you call them. My brain just doesn't work anymore. But this one has 2 speaker outlets. This tone was put into that one. You can see this one has different tubes. Again, it has the caps. Four amp, 1 amp. It is an absolute kick-ass cabinet, or kick-ass head. So here, let me pull this other one apart. Let's see if it comes apart any better than the first one did. And just if anybody's wondering, I never wrap the back of these because who really cares? Nobody's ever looking at the back. So I just didn't feel a need to do it. Factory Marshall. Okay, so not many people have this many Alltech 417-8H Series 2 speakers. These all look original. God, you know what? These are all original. I can't see all the stamps in them, but if any of them were reconed, they were reconed a long time ago. So, but anyway, I don't know. I'm not a complete Alltech expert. I know they sound good. I know they're what Randy Rhoads used, so they're what I sought out and bought and rebuilt and made this entire system out of. So this head is head number 7, and this top cabinet is top cabinet number 8. So I'll just do a quick walk around this cabinet. We got some little breaks here. We've got little tears here. The top cabinets do not have legs. They had wheels, but everybody takes wheels off, and I didn't like them. So what I actually did, and I'll include these, is I bought the head legs. So, and if you guys look down in here, you can see that this one is sitting on head legs, and it locks the cabinet together. Otherwise, they're just sliding around. So I'll include 4 of these with each top cabinet. So let's just do a quick walk around. Head number 7, killer head. If you guys want this one, let me know. Cabinet number 8. You can see the front, it looks pretty good. Sides look pretty good. The bottoms under here have gotten pretty torn up over the years. These will come with or without the speakers. I don't care. If you guys don't want the speakers, just tell me and I'll take them out. The speakers are worth a lot more. I've seen them up to $700 each, which I personally wouldn't pay. I probably paid $350 for the majority of these speakers 10, 12 years ago, and I had most of them reconed. So I'm into them for 500 bucks. So, but I'm selling them for $400 a piece. And right now, today, that's a steal since they're all selling for $450 to $500. So anyway, those are the top cabinets. So I'll be right back and I'm gonna pull the bottom cabinets apart. So we're gonna do this one first. I'm gonna close my garage so we can see better. This one is all factory. Okay, so you can see this plug there. You can see all the speakers in here. Factory wiring. All these speakers are good. This is the bottom cabinet. This is cabinet number 6. The face looks good. I replaced the screen cloth on this one, on 5, on 2, on 3, and I don't think I replaced it. Maybe I did. Maybe I replaced it on 8, but not 9. And I just don't remember. And they're a little tiny bit different depending on where I bought them. But I bought them all from Marshall, so weird. So there's the bottom of that one. Let me get the other one. Okay, so this is the oddball cabinet. So what we have in here is 3 Series 2 speakers. And I can't tell if they're all original. This one up here does not appear to be. The original ones have kind of a yellowish green tint going through them. But right here we have a Series 1 417 8H Alltech. It's just missing the sticker. So that's a Series 1. I'm going to pull that out and keep it. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but probably end up selling it. We're going to do it separate, or if whoever buys them. I do have somebody that said they might be interested in all of my speakers. So I'm waiting to find out. It's a friend of the guy at Orange County Speakers. So I don't know. We're going to find out. I'll know a little bit more about that later. Let me open up the last one. Okay, so there we go. 3 more Alltechs. Just a couple of the speakers. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 total speakers that are missing the sticker, but there's only one 12-inch speaker that looks like this ever built. They are all 417s and they are all Series 2s. So in this bottom cabinet, this is bottom cabinet number 9. Yep. Bottom cabinet number 9 will get one of these brand new coned speakers. And also I will test them before I ship anything out. So here's how it's going to go. Here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the speakers first, and then I will eventually get to, you know, I got all of Randy's gear here. Here's some of those hot plates. I got a couple of these hot plates that I'm going to sell. You can see there's the Taurus that Randy Rhodes used. There's the flanger. There's the Crybaby, the box, and let's see, somewhere down here on the floor I've got a script logo MXR, and I've got the 10 band EQ. So I've got pretty much everything. I even have the guitars, but okay, here's what we're gonna do. All of this is for sale, okay? Head number 4 is $2,800. Cascade modded, 1980. Head number 1 is $2,800. Those are fair prices. 1980, 100 watt, Cascade modded. Head number 7. This is a badass head. I love this, and I looked at what a lot of them are going for. I'm seeing this head for $3,600 to $3,700. I'm gonna ask $3,200 for this head. So that is head number 7. So if you miss that, rewind, watch it. So head number 4, 28, head number 1, 28, head number 7, 32. All of these wood boxes, $200 a piece. Okay, keep this in mind. I've got $200 in Tolex and corners and covers and everything else. I've got $200 into each one of these cabinets by themselves. So $200 is not an unfair price. So you guys send me a message, and I'm gonna go first come, first serve based on shipping. I have no idea what they're gonna cost to ship, so I'm gonna have to find that out. But $200 for each of the cabinets. The speakers are $400 each. So if you tell me you want cabinet number 1 with no speakers, I'm gonna take the speakers out, and they're going on eBay. They'll all end up in Japan because they're selling for like $1,000 in Japan. So, but I want $400 a piece for them. So you guys just let me know how you want it. If you want something with speakers in it, I'm not going to discount them because I've got thousands of emails after just a week of people that want all of this stuff. So I'm not going to discount them. So if you want them, I think that totals up to $4, $8, $12, $16, $17, $1,800 for a fully loaded cabinet. $2,800 for the head, and another $1,800 for that cabinet. So add those up, and then we got to figure out shipping, because if you're not in Southern California, shipping is going to be really expensive. I don't know exactly what it is, but we'll deal with it. It is what it is. Otherwise, I'm just going to part it all out and sell everything separately, and that's a little bit easier to ship. So that's it, you guys. We're going to do the rest of the stuff. The pedal board is called for. So unfortunately, somebody has offered me for the pedal board, and as of right now, it's not available. So I think it is sold, and I have to respect the privacy of the person who is buying it. But it is, as of this moment, nothing is for sure until you have the cash in your hand. So you know how that goes. First person to send me money for any one thing gets it. So until I get cash in my hand, and that's supposed to come on Friday, so I'm holding it till Friday. The pedal board is out. The guitars and the pedals and all of that stuff, I'm going to deal with that later. I'm going to deal with that when I'm done with this. So there's only so much I can handle at one time. I'm super busy. I got a lot of stuff going on. So you guys, it's in your court. Let me know what you guys want.